Hello dear soulmates, in this tutorial we'll be learning how to make this beautiful tulip sleeve. So the measurement we'll be needing is the length of your sleeve, where you want the sleeve to reach. For me, mine is 9 inches. So I will measure it now and I will mark it 9. So I will just connect it to get a straight line. Then the next thing is to determine the height of the cap. In order to determine the height of the cap, the formula is boss divided by 12 plus 1. My boss is 37 divided by 12 plus 1 is 4.08. So I'll mark it out. I'm using 4 inches. So I'll connect it with a straight line. The next thing is to determine the cap width. The formula is boss divided by 6 plus 1.5. My boss is 37 divided by 6 plus 1.5 gives me 7.66. Approximately, I'll be using 7.7. Now I will mark it out. While I was drafting the bodies, after putting my bust measurement, I added half inch ease to my pattern. So I'll be transferring that half inch to the sleeve here. So my sleeve will be able to go round, will fit round on the armhole. Now I will include the half inch to it. If you do not add any ease for your bust when drafting, there's no need to include any ease to your pattern. Now I will draw a diagonal line from that point, just like this. Now, the next thing is to get the center point of this diagonal line. I'll mark it there now. Then I will go up by 0.5 inch and also come down by 0.5 inch. Then I will use my curve to curve it out. Remember, the front is usually deeper than the back. So I will curve the one below the diagonal line is for the front, while the one at the top of the diagonal line is for the back armhole. Now I will connect the front one, then I will also do the same thing for the back armhole. So after that, I just label it the back and the front. Then is to get our round sleeve, the opening, how free do you want it to be. So you just place your tape like this and measure. For me, I have 13. So I will divide 13 into 2, which is 6.5. And I will mark it there, then connect the lines, just like this. So now I will cut it out now. So I will cut the back side first, just like this. I'll label it the back, then I will deepen the front. So guys, this is it. The next stage now is to get the midpoint. I will draw a straight line now on the midpoint. So this is it. Now, from our sleeve design, the back overlap into the front. So depending on um how long you want the back to come into the front, you can use 4 or 5, but I'll be using 3 because I don't want it to be that long. And we'll connect the lines from the end there. We'll connect it to where our back is going to end on the front. Now for the front, you can also do the same thing that you did at the back, which is going out by 3 inches. But I will just be doing 2. I did 2 inches because I don't want the front too deep inside. You get it? So you can still do the same thing. If you did 3 at the front, at the back, you can also do 3 at the front. Now I will connect it to the end there, just like I did at the back. So this is it. This side is the back and the other side is the front. Now, if you have a transparent paper, you can just place it and trace out the back. But I don't have that now, so I'll be cutting another pattern again for the sleeve. So I'll be able to separate the back from the front. Just watch the way I'm doing it now. I'll pin it in place. Then I'll cut it out. The reason I pin it in place is to secure it so it does not shift while I'm cutting. So now I will just remove the pins, open it out and also deepen the front. So I label the other side the back to separate the back from the front. Now I will dip it out now. Then I will label it the front. So I will just mark the center line now. Then I will transfer the front now from my first pattern to the other one, so that I will use one pattern to cut the back and I will also use the other pattern to cut the front. Now I'll transfer what I have here now to the other pattern, but I'm only transferring the front side. So you remember from our first pattern, I marked 2 inches away, then I connected it to the end. I said that will be for the front. So that's what I did here. So this will not be the front, while this other one will be the back. Now I will cut it out. Then I will cut out the back from this other side of the pattern. So this is it. That's why we separated it, because we can't cut the front and the back from just one pattern. So this is how it will overlap after sewing. No, there are pleats on the back that overlap to the front. So I'm going to do slash and spread now, depending on how full you want it to be. That's the lines. So I just mark the lines now at an equal distance. So I mark just 3 lines and I will cut them open. So I will spread them on this other pattern. There I just notch the center so it will be easy for me to know after slashing. You slash closely so you don't open it, just closely to the end, but don't cut through it, just like I'm doing. So after slashing, you spread it out on an equal distance. The distance determines how full you want the opening to be, the plate to be. So I will spread it out now. Right, I've spread it out and I've used my sellotape to tape it in place. I used a distance of half an inch all through for the opening. If you want yours to be very full, you can use up to 1 inch, but I just use half an inch to open out the spread. Then I've marked out the new lines now. So these new lines now, this is what I will be using as my new back. This is now the new back pattern. So this is what I'll be using to cut my fabric. So I have cut it now. I've cut the back and I've also cut the front. So I have 4 pieces each, 2 for the facing and 2 for the fabric. So for the 2 sleeves, this is it now. And I've also left my sewing allowance all through, half an inch sewing allowance all through. So now I'm going to notch out the place I spread so that it will be easy for me to pleat when I'm sewing on the fabric. So I will notch it out now, just like this. Now I will remove my pins and join it. But before I do that, I will take note of the shoulder line. That center line we marked on the pattern. I will notch it on the back and I also do the same thing at the front because that is where the overlapping is going to pass. Look at it now. So the both center will match each other like that. So now I'll remove the pins and join fabric to fabric and lining to lining. I just want to re-notch this place now. Okay, now this is very trickish. Just be careful when you are sewing. Take note of the back and take note of the front so you don't mix them. Remember, the back is going to overlap to the front. So you have the one for the left arm and you also have the one for the right arm. So if you don't mark your fabric like this, the back from the front, you end up missing them. So take note when you are making yours. So now we are going to join the two edge together. That's two edge, we are going to join it. So you pick the two fabric just like I'm doing like this. After marking the back and the front, you see the overlapping. Now you place it right side facing each other, then you stitch. Then you also do the same thing for the other one, just like this. So I'm going to sew that two edge. Now we'll flip like this. Then we'll sew. So I left half an inch sewing allowance when I was cutting. So I'm going to use the half an inch to sew all through, fabric to fabric, lining to lining. So now I've sewn everything together. I've joined all the sides together. I'm just cutting them out. Now look at it. The next thing now is to place the facing, which is our lining that I've joined, then use it to turn it now. So now you ensure that both joining, just like this, correspond with each other. Then you sew this way and you also sew to the other side. You see it now? And this side. So I also do the same thing for the other one and bring it. Now I have joined the side. I have also done the same thing on the other side. I will just trim out the excess and flip it over, then iron it. So I have ironed it and I've also top stitched the other side. This is it. I will bring back my pattern now and re-notch those spreading that I did, so I'll be able to pleat it out easily. I could not see it again after sewing, so that is why I'm re-notching it, so it will be easy for me to pleat out. Now this is how I'm going to do it now. I'll take that two side, sew it to this side, just like this. Just the way I'm doing it now. So the side I notched, I'll take them together and plait it round. This is it. I have plaited it round. I actually pinned them in place so that it will be easy for me to sew. Now just remove the pins. You see now, this is how our sleeve is gonna be after sewing. So this is our sleeve now. So take note, the back is overlapping to the front, just like this. The back is going to overlap to the front. So when you are fixing, you take note. That joining side, start sewing from there, and there you sew the back side first, just like this. You pin them in place first. Then after sewing that side, then you take the other side, which is the front side, and sew it on top. So this is it. I've sewn it and this is how it looks after sewing. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video.